Okay, I think this is working. Okay, now we're live. Technical difficulties. Good morning, everybody. So, my name's Kathleen Dowd. Welcome to this now weekly guided grounding meditation. I do a gratitude meditation on Mondays. In a gratitude group that I've started. You're welcome to message me if you're interested in that. It's a great way to practice gratitude in community and also practice gratitude meditations. But this, on Wednesdays, is the guided grounding meditation. So that's what I'm going to lead through today. It's good morning, Kathleen. I was just going to say I don't always know when people are here, or when they join. So feel free to say hello in the comment box if you like and give a little shout out. And I want to just make one announcement before we get started. I am going to be offering a 4-week online program starting in a couple weeks to help support anyone who might be feeling heightened levels of anxiety. And so I know for a lot of people, these times are very challenging and unknown. And good morning, Therese. And so it's hard to know sometimes how to deal with certain situations or feelings that we're having. And for a lot of people, myself included, there's a level of anxiety that is new, that is hard to manage and hard to deal with, and especially since the collective energy of the world right now is also a much heightened level of anxiety. So I'll be launching this program. I'll post about it in the comment box in a bit so you can see the details. It's 4 weeks. It includes 2 psychic readings and energy healings for each person, one at the beginning of the program and one at the end, a weekly coaching group program, a private Facebook group, lots of tools, and a guided meditation to diminish and help support when you're feeling anxious, that would be yours to keep. So, good morning, Susan. So I'll post these details about that in the chat box, and it's already on my Facebook page here. And if you want to know when registration is open, I'll just be having 12 people in that. You can sign up for my newsletter, which is on my website, KathleenDowd.com or KathleenDowdYoga.com. And you can be the first to know when registration opens. So I want to get started today, and we'll revisit a few tools and also just kind of integrate some of the tools that we've been practicing. So wherever you are, take a few moments and settle in. Let yourself adjust physically to the seat that you're in. Make sure you're comfortable and that there's no body situating that hasn't happened yet that would like to. So find that extra comfortable seat and place. And if you're sitting in a chair, you're welcome to lean back in the chair to feel the support against your back. If you're sitting on the floor or in a couch, same thing. You can lean against something if you like, or if you prefer a more erect upright spine, find the ease in that effort. So you can be both efforting to find the length and support in the spine, but also have some ease. So take just a moment and settle in. And then, as we usually do, I want to start again with this orienting to your surroundings. So take a moment and let your eyes guide the way, not your mind, around your room. And see if you can soften the eyes so that they're gently gazing around the room and kind of following any train of wandering that they like. And you might land on something that is pleasing to your eye, and you're welcome to stay there. Notice too if the eyebrows are lifted, and can you soften the brows? The whole brow, forehead area, can that be softened? Let yourself perhaps look behind you. And notice what's happening in your body and your breath as you start this process of orienting to your surroundings. I just noticed I took a really deep breath when I looked behind me. And take a couple more moments. Do let your gaze go above the horizon. So either above your eye level or even out a window, just kind of scanning. And then after a couple more breaths, bring your gaze forward and back towards the screen. And as always, you're welcome to do these meditations with your eyes opened or closed. And just take a moment of observation and see what you notice after doing that practice, just after looking around and orienting to your space and your surroundings. What do you observe in your body and in your breath? And so settle in to that. And then if you like to have your eyes closed, go ahead and let them drop closed. If you prefer to have them open, see if you can let the eyelids be heavy and soften over your eyeballs. Maybe your gaze drops just slightly down towards the floor in front of you. And however you have your eyes, open or closed, see if you can soften the eyeballs back into the head. And you might not ever have done that before, but probably the body, as soon as I said that, knew what to do. And see if you can just feel a softening. Often, when we're feeling anxious or not grounded, the eyeballs will get big and go out. And so we're looking to soften that. So the body has that response of softening. And just notice how that feels in your head. And then draw your awareness to your breath. See if you can do that without changing it. Although every time we do awareness on something, we change it in some way. Just remember that. And see what you notice with the breath. And see how it changes when you just notice it. When you're just putting pure awareness on the breath. And then I'll invite you to begin a process of lengthening the breath. It does not need to be a forced process, rather an invitation to the breath. Can you, and you can even set the intention or ask your breath, can you start to slow and deepen? And see what happens as you do that. See where you notice that. See where it deepens into. Is it the chest? Is it the belly? Is it the ribs? And do all of this with an air of curiosity. What does it feel like when I invite my breath to slow and deepen? And where does that happen? And then take 3 breaths like this, your slowest, deepest, most intentional breaths of the day so far. And then again, observe what you notice in your body with that intentional breathing. The more that you observe shifts that that you observe sensations in your body that start to shift you towards a place of groundedness, the more that you can deepen the neural pathways in your body that are supporting that, the more easily you can connect with them in the future. So be very aware of what you notice in the body. And we'll start a counted breath. And I'll start the counting, and then if it feels like you would like a different length of count, that's fine. And you can change that as you would like. So first exhale all the breath out. And then inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll do 2 more like that. Inhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more. Inhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a resting breath, and then we'll begin a counted breath practice where the exhale is longer than the inhale. So 1 resting breath, and then a full breath out. And then inhale together for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So continue this at your own breath pace with the exhale longer than the inhale. If you can make it 2 counts longer, do that. If it can only be 1 count longer, that's fine. I'm going to do 1 minute in silence as everyone does on their own pace the longer extended exhale. So begin as you're ready. One more full breath. And a full extended exhale. And then let there be 3 breaths of equal length. So whatever length feels right to you, 5, 6, 7, whatever that is. And then take another moment after that third equal length breath. Let the counting go. Let your breath simply return to an involuntary state. And again, turn inward and see what you notice. So that extended exhale activates the parasympathetic nervous system and helps to calm the whole body. So take a moment and see if that's true for you. Did that happen? Was that enough? What do you notice in your body when you do it? So again, be curious and see what you observe. Different tools will work differently for different people. So see how this felt for you. And then we'll take a moment here and bring that was kind of working with the breath body. So we'll take a moment and bring our awareness towards the physical body. So notice the bottoms and backs of your hips and butt that are sitting on the surface below you. So that might be a chair, a couch, or the floor. Whatever surfaces are touching the floor, feel those contact points. Sorry, the surface below you, maybe the floor or the chair. Feel those contact points below you. Notice all the parts of your body that are touching. And if you are in a chair, of your feet down, that can also include the bottom of the feet. And let your full awareness rest in those parts of your body. And as well, if you're leaning against the back of something, feel that contact. And with this pure awareness on this part of your body, see what you observe. Does anything shift as you give these parts awareness? Do you notice any sensations? Does it shift the breathing at all? Simply be curious with what you observe and are aware of as you simply rest awareness in the parts of your body touching something below them. And then taking that awareness, intend and allow a heavy feeling to come into those parts. So imagine perhaps that you have weighted sandbags on top of your legs that are pushing gently down on and providing heaviness over your legs. Start to feel if your feet are on the floor, a heaviness of the touching of your feet on the floor. And feel the energy of your legs and your feet going down into the ground. If you are in a chair, we'll first notice this energy. Like, does it shift a little bit more as you invite or intend for a heaviness to happen? What shifts, if anything? And then also, take a moment to notice the breath and if anything shifts there. And then lastly, I'm going to invite a movement to happen. If you're seated in a chair, simply bend forward and bring your hands towards your feet. If they reach your feet, touch the feet. If they reach your legs, just grab on gently to your legs and give a little hold of your legs. If you're seated on the floor, cross-legged on the floor, and not in a chair, you can simply lean forward and just put your hands on the floor. So either way, there's a forward fold and the hands are touching either the floor, the feet, or the legs, wherever they land. And your head might drop all the way down if you're in a chair. And then feel as if your energy is pouring down into your feet, into your legs, and into the floor, right through your hands and your arms, and still moving through the legs. Intend to set your connection deeply into the earth and the ground below you. Let your breath be calm and smooth. No need to count it. Simply let this movement and the intention of connection to earth ground and support you. And know too that as each of you individually are doing this work, I am also holding space for the whole group and grounding everybody. And so you're receiving that support as being a part of this. Take a few more breaths just like this. And then take a long, slow, deep breath in. And as you exhale, open your mouth and slowly sigh it out. Pushing it all the way out. And then from that position, as you inhale next, slowly walk yourself back upright. Find again your comfortable supported seat. And take a few breaths and notice what you feel and what sensations arise or what you observe. Take a couple more breaths. And then a full breath in and a full breath out. And then one more thing that we'll do here today is you can cross your arms over and grab the opposite arm, the low arm down by your wrists, and start to gently squeeze up your arms, going up towards your shoulders. Your arms will cross in front of each other and then back down. And you're giving just a gentle squeeze. Come all the way back down to the hands and then switch the cross of the arms and go the other way. All the way up as far as feels comfortable up your shoulders. And then again, back down. Do this a few more times. You can cross each time you go over, switching the cross. The arms, notice if one side feels more comfortable than the other. And you can go as slowly as you like. So it might feel really nice to give a long, slow, gentle squeeze. And then move up and give another long, slow, gentle, or even slightly firmer squeeze. And again, up and do a longer one. So you can go as slowly as you like or as rapidly as you like. See what you could try both and see how your body responds and see which one you prefer. And then do it that way. Do several more times like this. So often now with this physical distancing that we're going through, which is how I see it, not social distancing, we don't get touch, especially if one lives alone or is in little communication with other people, little direct contact. And so that physical touch that our mammal animal bodies love and need and crave is missing. But we can give this to ourselves, and it's received the same in the physiological body, in the nervous system. And so you actually get to know just how you like to be squeezed and touched and held in this way. But it can take some exploration, and it can take some curiosity and a willingness to try. But this kind of gentle, gentle squeezing can be very grounding to the nervous system. So we'll take another minute of just exploring this sensation. If there's a specific spot that feels nice, or you want to end with the hands up by the arms and just hold the arms crossed over the chest for a moment or two, you could do that. Or if there's another place that feels really good and you want to pause and stay there, do that. Finding what works for your body and where you get the sensation and the reaction that you're looking for in that calming, grounding sensation. So we'll take about one more minute just exploring and being with touch with our own bodies. Just like the breath, this is always. Again, eyes open or closed.